What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
This is not
Not
another damn
another damn
podcast
podcast.
presented by
Our
our
damn
damn
soul.
selves. So 402.
402. Yep.
Yep, getting it in, getting it in. In the month of
Hmm.
March. Where the hell is 2025 going, man?
You know,
Like we're just saying Happy New Year. It's March already. So
I
if you
mean,
ain't got
first quarter
started,
is almost over.
you ain't got started on them goals, like yeah, you better get to cracking. It's like yeah, because we already in March.
Well, some of my goals
Y'all
carried
thinking the
over.
year just started like no, 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 no. It's
Some
March.
of my goals from last year that didn't get accomplished carried over to this year, and I actually am getting things accomplished. So better late than never, right?
We're working on this. Like, yeah, I started this last year though, yeah, and dropped some.
Hmm.
This is gonna be gone by the end of the year. I'm already saying,
Nice.
definitely, yeah.
I started I got my 10 Madeline on. We got some home improvement things going. That's what we started
Ooh.
this year.
Oh,
Like we said, one thing at a time.
y'all hired Al Borland, trusty assistant.
Hell, more. I don't think so, Tim.
That's a good. There's a good line we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I don't think so, Tim. No, but we did the basement, so we plan on doing the kitchen this year too,
Nice.
and the backyard. We want to do that. So one, you gotta move carefully. You can't just do everything at once. It
Point.
doesn't work like
Focus.
that.
Yeah, focus. Always compare it to the sun. It's like, yeah, the sun could shine on a tree for like decades and nothing happened. But you put that magnifying glass,
Magnifying
it
glass
burns a hole in it like within seconds. The reason because focus, yeah, you're
is
focused.
concentrated on it.
Focus.
Yeah.
It's like where it's just shining, it's not gonna do nothing. It's been shining on that tree for like 30 years. It's nothing happening. 50
Mhm.
years, however long the tree been there. But put a magnifying glass in front of the sun, the tree is gonna light on fire immediately because you're focused.
Immediately.
Yeah. Like focus is how you get shit done. It's like, yeah, otherwise
Hmm.
it's gonna shine for decades and nothing happens. It's like
And one thing at a time because you can overwhelm yourself and then it's just nothing but chaos when you got everything happening at once and you
yeah,
just got
don't
pure
shine
chaos.
don't shine magnifying glasses at all the trees because then you'll burn the whole forest down. It's like, yeah, it's one tree at a time. So yeah, he'll shine them all willy-nilly shining magnifying glasses.
Nearly, like Cedric said.
That shit, yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I had a fun weekend watching some one of my favorite pastimes, pro wrestling, as they say.
That's
WWE,
not wrestling.
the Elimination Chamber, and what an event it was. We're not even WrestleMania yet, but the event went hard. Yeah, it was,
Oh,
oh yes, it's one of the biggest moments in wrestling. My wrestling fans will appreciate this. It's like
oh, okay. Do tell.
finally happened. The moment you waited 20 plus years for it to happen. John Cena's a bad guy. He's gone to the dark side. Yeah.
Not John Cena.
Turned, yes. I'll explain the story. Like, Cody Rhodes, he's like the guy now. That's yeah, like Cody is Dusty.
Dusty son.
Cody Rhodes is like the champ, top guy. So Rock, he's back now. Rock comes back, he pops
Hmm.
here and there, like, and he's doing this character. It's called the final boss. It's like this. It's basically kind of like playing off his real life. Like I'm the Hollywood guy. Like I do what the hell I want. It's like this. It's basically like yeah, like I'm your boss. Kind of like yeah, you might be the
Oh,
champ, but I'm running shit. Like the final boss character is like what Rock is playing. Yeah. He's like, yeah, so I want you to be my corporate champion, Cody. Like, yeah, like stick with me. I can get you like the Hollywood, like all anything you want. Like, just be my guy and shit. Of course,
hmm.
Cody being like the ultimate good guy is like, hey, like no offense, Dwayne, but fuck off and shit. He actually says the words "fuck off" on it.
Oh, oh, he said that?
Yes, on the show. Yeah.
Clutch the pearls.
But he was and Cena was there with him because no Cena is like they getting ready for WrestleMania. Cena and Cody are gonna have a match. You thought it was gonna be like the two Titans battling, but
Mhm.
then Cena's like, yeah, Cody, stick it to the right. He like grabs him. A Rock gives him the look. He's like Cena like turns like from the smile to the sinister, and then just drops Cody, beats the shit out of him. It's like hey, Rock took the belt off, whips him. It's like yeah, it was like what made it happen. Travis Scott was there for some reason and shit. It's like
Say what? But
Look this shit up. It's hilarious. It's all
Astro World just there. I mean, I don't
it's
know.
all over social media. It's like it reminds me of back in the day, like when the Hulk Hogan like joined the NWO when he
Oh
turned
yeah, when he was a Hollywood Hogan or
Hollywood Hogan.
whatever.
That's
Yeah.
what it reminded me. And I guess like Travis Scott would be like Dennis Rodman. That's what I was comparing it to. Like Rodman. So he's the Dennis Rodman of it now.
But you gotta have one black guy there, right? You gotta have one. That's just
Travis was the
forever
Dennis
even.
Rodman of it. Like there it is. So that shit went hard. It's like I'm like, and then like the timeline went crazy, right? Especially the wrestling boards, like, they damn near crashed social media. You got like 12 on the WWE's channel. It got like 12 million views in like a couple of hours. Some shit was went hard and shit. It's like so it's like, oh, John Cena finally, yeah. And Cena had been the good guy really since like early in his career. He was the villain. That was like 20 something years ago. But really
Yeah.
since like 2003, he's been like the John Cena. Like,
Golden boy. The golden boy, yeah.
now like on this final leg of his career, like it's gonna be fun to see evil Cena. I think it's gonna
Evil Cena. Not evil Cena.
that's
So
gonna
can we see him then because he's evil now? We can actually
nah,
see him now.
yeah, you definitely you're gonna see all of me. You're gonna see me. You never saw it coming. That's all.
You never saw higher odds. You never saw it coming. That's good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, but that shit went crazy. Yeah, I'm like, okay, that was WrestleMania material. I'm like, we're not even at
Maybe
WrestleMania.
Khalil may want to, because like Khalil is starting to like wrestling. He's starting to get into it now.
Yeah,
Because when Marcus was showing him something, and then he liked the Undertaker, because Khalil was looking like, oh, and I'm like, no, he's retired, baby. Like he was wrestling when I was your sister's age, so I was like,
Undertaker.
he doesn't do it
I
anymore.
think he debuted in like 1990 or something like
Yeah, I
that.
was like Ariana's age. Yeah, I literally was that age.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, yeah, no, he doesn't do it. He was like, I like him. I'm like, yeah, he doesn't do it anymore. He likes John Cena's music because he likes doing John Cena. Da, da, da. He likes doing that. Da, da,
But that was with Hogan turning and with when Andre became a bad guy back when I was a little
da.
kid.
Oh,
I was up there with that. Like the Cena turn to the kids was like that
I
was like
didn't like when Andre became a bad guy. I didn't like that.
he was the gentle giant for years and then
Yeah, he was a gentle giant.
he became evil. And then we got the
Yeah, I
ultimate
didn't like when he
we
was
got the
evil.
Hogan Andre match, like the classic WrestleMania moment here when Andre went bad. It's like that
I
was
didn't like that.
that's like yeah. That's like I compared it to that. Like I was like, this is up there with that, and with Hogan turned, and that's like it's gonna be like years from now, people gonna look at this like how we looked at that. It's like that's what I was like. This is
Well,
gonna
now I'm gonna have to watch wrestling now because that sounds it. Because I haven't watched it in years, but
Cena,
now I'm kind of like I might peek at it. I might.
Cena turn
We'll
was.
see.
Let's talk about another villain. Yeah, we talk about a villain that lost. The Super Mayor. It's over. Tiffany, she got washed in the Dalton election. It's like I think it was like 87, 88% that her opponent got. Tiffany had
Yeah,
like a little over 500 votes total. Because Dalton is a small town, it's only like about 20
darn it.
people. And like only 5,000 voted, so
Only
barely
5,000 voted. So,
and like only like 500 voted for her. It's like
but my thing is, only 5,000 people voted out of 20,000. Do y'all just not care about your livelihood? You just don't care at all? Like,
I get maybe in previous elections, but like with this mayor, like everybody should have been at the every eligible voter should have been at the polls for this
you should have
election.
strolled to the polls or
But we
whatever they said.
we gonna get this broad out here. It's like,
And then my comment that I left on one of my friends' pages, I said she got 495 votes too many, in my opinion.
the super mayor.
Because I mean, herself, her boyfriend, and maybe a couple of family members. That's all that should have voted
And
for her.
a couple of those crooked cops that got 300 hours in overtime and shit like it made
She
some
got she got 495 too many votes, if you ask me. But that's
oh,
neither here nor there. But Lil Wayne, aka Super Mayor, is gone.
yep, Lil Wayne is out of office. Yeah.
I
Young
can't unsee it. Ever since someone said I can't unsee that
I
now.
said that I want to give him credit. I lost it. I was like, now she's Lil Wayne in a wig and shit, man.
She looks like Lil Wayne in the wig.
That's Tiffany
Have
Haddish.
we seen them together? I mean, is it Lil Wayne? Have we seen them
Yeah,
together? I
she did
mean,
drop it. She did have a rap video. I'm
she
just
did do the rap video.
which I finally watched. Yeah, it was terrible.
Rolling Tahoes from Vegas to Chicago. Ever she said rolling Tahoe.
What if
What?
that's what's lost her at the election? What if somebody
What?
what if like what if 80% of the people were on the fence till they saw that? What if that lost the election?
I was just flabbergasted. I'm like, you really made a video like just confessing that who does that though? Who does it?
Hmm.
Rolling Tahoes. Vegas to Chicago.
Classic.
But yeah, she's out of there. So she lost both. So Napoleon got her out, and then the other guy got
She lost
her
the
out.
election. I forgot the guy's name. Yeah,
I think his last name is House, I want to say.
yeah. I want to give him his.
They, I recently saw when I was driving on the Bishop 4. I saw the billboard. I saw his billboard because he was right here, and then she was on the other
Yeah,
side of the
yeah,
highway.
yeah.
Yeah.
She got the big one. It's like yeah, he had the other side. It's
Because he
like
was on the other side, like he was
Jason
on this side, and then she's on this side. Yeah.
Jason House. Yeah,
Hmm.
Jason House is his name. Yeah, he got like 88% of the vote, something like that.
Yeah.
Near 90% of it, which is like
Well,
then talk about landslides. It's like yeah, she never stood a chance to super mayor. It's like yeah, she's been all over the news, so I'm not surprised. It's like yeah. So if they reelect her, then like and then now it's just Stockholm syndrome. It's like y'all just gluttons for punishment in Dalton if y'all reelect this
you a
person.
different kind. I hate to use a stupid word, but you a different kind of stupid. Like you know how old people say you a different type of stupid when you do stuff like that.
That's what I said. If you just reelect her now, it's just like y'all just gluttons for punishment. That's why I look at it.
Well, we'll be looking to see what's up next for Dalton now because he has to clean
God,
up a lot of shit now. He has to.
he's like he's like
'Cause
it's like after the hurricane you go outside it's like you looking at all this okay like I gotta clean this shit up.
where do I start?
That's what it is.
But but the thing, like we say, like the thing, focus. You guys start on one thing at a time. Like first of all, I say you gotta clean house. All them crooked ass
Any
people,
Tiffany
you
Haddish
gotta clean
you
house.
gotta go. Yeah, all the people that was associated with her, you gotta get
You
rid.
gotta clean house. You have to.
Somebody that was an ally with her, they gotta go. Like that police
Hmm.
department, you really gotta go through that with a fine-tooth comb. Like
Yep.
somebody who was like getting these 300 hours in overtime. How do you get
I'm like,
300?
how? But how they even log that? Like, you don't even have 300 hours in it. Like when you actually do the math, like, so you only slept for like an hour and a half a day. That's all you did.
Slept, ate your meals, wash your ass
Took
in
a
an
shit
hour and a half. All of
because
that.
you have to allow time because you have to go to the bathroom, you have to eat, you have to sleep.
Yeah. All of that.
So shower,
Then wash your ass. You got to do all of that within an hour. And the other 23 hours, you're on the job and shit.
you're on the job. Get the hell out of here with that.
Expect
No
me
one works
to
that much. No one does. Like at most, you could probably do like a 17-hour day. I would say that's at
say
most.
Steve Harvey and Ryan Seacrest don't even work that most.
But even after a while, you will burn out after like you can do 17 hours a day for a short window. But after that, you start to get loopy. You don't know who you are. You start to, because I mean, you've worked two jobs before in the past. I've worked two jobs before in the past.
And done
Where
other.
literally I was working from 9 a.m. to midnight every day. Like I was doing that, working 9 a.m. to midnight with a small little break in between to transport from my first job to job B. From job A was like 9 to 5. Job B was 6 to midnight. I did that for some years, for a couple years, but I was also a lot younger when I was doing this. I was like 25 when I was doing this.
I was doing a 2 week shoot with Chicago Fire, and yeah,
Mhm.
it had like a 5 a.m. call time. It's like yeah, so I'd get off the radio at 5 a.m. So I'll like leave a little early, like get there just barely at 5, and then like those some long days on set. It's like
Days are long, yeah.
yeah. So I would be there. It'd be like dark. I would never see the sun during this time because I would get there when it's to set when it was dark and leave when it was dark. Like 9 p.m. leaving. So you're there from like 5 a.m. to like 9 p.m. Got to be back at work on the air at 2 a.m. It's
You
crazy.
were looking like Michael J. Fox when he did Back
I
to the
was really
Future.
young.
That's how he was. That's how Michael J. Fox was shooting Back to the
Yeah,
Future
I really
because he was
was.
on Family Ties.
That
So
time it's like I really was
yeah.
delirious. I didn't know what day it was because I was never seeing the sun. I didn't even know what day
Mhm.
it was half the time.
Like I say you can sustain for a short period of time, but after a while, you do start to get loopy.
Yeah, but now
You do. You start to.
mm,
You don't know what day it is. You don't know.
mm,
Like, okay, today is Tuesday. I thought it was Sunday, and then you just kind of all over the place.
burn out.
But no one works that much, so how they even were able to log that many hours
And
is
like,
just
yeah,
ridiculous.
it just went with the shit. It's like that's why I'm glad people
Okay.
started calling it out.
Okay.
Like I said, you had shout out to all the YouTubers is where I mostly like said like it was Nate
Spencer.
Spencer Cornelia, Nate the lawyer is some others. Like the YouTubers were really the ones
hmm
that really like made the story
Yeah,
viral.
put the microscope on it. Yep.
They were the ones that really made this shit viral. That's where I really discovered like
And
how
then the other thing that the advice I would give to the mayor, the new mayor, is you gotta build these relationships back because she did a lot of dirty, corrupt shit to people. Like businesses were getting closed down because they weren't greasing her palm, I think. I
yeah,
think it was like legit businesses that because they showed the people that were afraid to speak on camera. Remember on
yeah.
Spencer's channel?
These were
Because
like
people was like
yeah,
they were fearful. They did not want to be seen on camera speaking about, but they were talking about the shit that was going down. But they asked to remain anonymous. They was like, I don't want to be seen because it could jeopardize my business. So, going and making small businesses give you bribes and do things like that. Like you have to build that trust back. And that's a hard thing to build back. Once somebody loses their trust in you,
the police
it's
were
hard to
following
gain that trust back.
but like yeah, because Spencer actually went to fucking Dalton. Like
Yeah,
his
I was shocked. I was like, he's in Dalton.
like Nate the lawyer did like a big expose on it, but like Spencer actually took his ass to Dalton. Which for a white boy, that's some balls right there.
I
It's
was shocked. He's like a little skinny white dude. I was shocked when I saw that. I was like,
Dalton is
Spencer's in Dalton?
one of the blackest suburbs around. It's like yeah, Dalton's the hood. It's like basically yeah,
Full disclosure, I don't even hang out in Dalton. I don't hang out with no, I don't hang out.
went there. It's like they actually pulled him over on camera, like the
I
police.
pulled through. I've passed through Dalton, to like I've passed through it, but I don't hang out in Dalton. I don't.
Yeah, they actually the cops actually pulled him up, and these are the same cops that were in her
Yeah,
pocket.
the cops,
Yeah,
the cops
yeah,
was the
in her pocket. It's like
because they were like in a suburban. It was like dark tints on it, on like a suburban or something,
who
or like
said
a
he was,
Tahoe or whatever.
it was like I don't
That
think
that was a Tahoe right there. So it
that's
was
the
a
Tahoe.
suburban or a
That
Tahoe.
was
I
the
can't
Tahoe.
remember.
That was the six-figure Tahoe, like the $200,000
Because they
Tahoe.
had the dark windows and everything, and
That was it. Paid for with taxpayer money and shit. Yeah,
they basically were looking like, hey, like you try to turn over too many stuff because that's what they try to do. They send their muscle to try and intimidate you. Like once you start turning over some stones, it's like, hey, you try to turn over stones,
yeah,
you better exit right now. Like how he did when in Eyes Wide Shut when the old man came and gave him the note in Eyes Wide Shut when
yeah.
Tom Cruise came back to the house and
And shit or some shit, whatever it said.
the old man handed him the note like, hey,
Don't come
like
back, whatever it says, something nutty like that.
like we let you live, but this is your final warning,
Yeah, we're gonna
basically.
give you a
So
warning. Like, don't come back. It's like, yeah, I don't think he ever went back either after
he
that.
never went back.
Because the old
I
man,
mean, I wouldn't either.
I would have never went. But
I mean,
like,
I would never went there in the first place. It sounds creepy as hell. You have to wear a mask and a cloak to go to a party. I'm not going to a party. I have to wear a mask and a
and a
cloak. So,
password, man, it was
and a password. That sounds very
it was a
suspicious.
fucking Diddy party. Let's call it what it is: a mask, a cloak, and a fucking password. That was a Diddy party. Yeah, the password is tape.
Hollywood.
Password
Take.
tape. Tape. Password. Yeah.
Take. Fidelio. That
Diddy
movie was dumb. I'm
would
sorry, I'm
have
going on
his
a
world
tangent.
famous white parties and shit.
Freak offs. Because we saw the freak offs there. So if you want to know what freak off is, watch Eyes Wide Shut. That's
Why,
what freak off is. Watch Eyes Wide Shut.
it gave us a little peek into the freak offs. It's like
It's a really old movie. I said for like the young list. It's a
about
really old movie from like
25 years old.
1999, I
I think
think.
about 25 years ago it came
Yeah,
out.
it's a really old movie. So we're old. We can call ourselves old now.
Yeah.
Our brother
I
recommended it.
remember
He
when it
said it
was
was good.
new. I remember when it was new and shit. I could say
Yeah, our brother, that was his recommendation.
shout
We
out
had
to
movie
yeah,
night.
we watched this. We buried him after that. That's the last time we let him pick the
We
movie.
said you never are picking the movie for movie night ever again, because that's the movie that he picked for
Yeah,
us to watch
Fox
as a
said it was
sibling
good, and
movie
then
night.
yeah, we looked at it like
We were like,
what to pick up. I'm like, okay.
and after we just looked at him like, like the look that we gave him.
Pick up, yeah.
He has a strange taste though and stuff, but you know.
But what do you think is next for the super mayor? Do you think she's
Clank clank.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Clank clank. What's
Gonna be hanging
next?
out with Diddy pretty soon. You're right. Yeah, she could be behind bars and shit.
Well, she'll probably fade to after her clank clank, she'll probably fade to obscurity because I'm sure that arrangements were made. I'll just say this arrangements were probably made so she can disappear once her clank clank is done.
She got she got rich off of that shit. It's like, yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna look up Tiffany Henyer's net worth and shit. I have to know and shit. I have to know.
So after the three hots and the cot, then that's what's next. After three hots and the cot, she'll be a private citizen again, and then she'll fade to
Your net
obscurity.
worth, I just see her salary. I want to know like how much she stole and shit.
Maybe move to like even try to move out of Illinois or I
Yeah.
don't know. Or move downstate if you are going to stay in Illinois,
I
move
could see
like
her wanting
central
to
Illinois or downstate.
I could see her wanting to still be around though, because she's like a character, yeah. So I could see, let's say, like if the perfect for her if it was still around. Like I think they did do a reboot of, like I see like on the Surreal Life, something like that. Yeah. I could see her being like that, like a reality show like
I
that.
was a super mayor of
Yeah,
Dalton.
out in Illinois. Yeah. Now I done drove my Tahoe to the Surreal Life house. Like that, I'm already writing it. So yeah. You can have her pull up to the house in the Tahoe. That shit would be classic, man. Shit, pull up to the house in the shit. Yeah, that's how I would write. Even if it's not beach, I would rent a Tahoe to have her pull like, just have her pull up to the house in the Tahoe and shit. Yeah,
That was all the craze like 25 years ago, the surreal life. Like that was like the thing to watch. Like that was must see
that's what
TV.
put Flavor Flav on. That's why we got.
Flavor Flav, that was must see TV
That's why.
25 years,
Yeah,
20,
that's
25 years ago.
real life is why we got Flavor of Love. Shit.
But now watching it back, I'm like, how was I like anxious to watch this every Thursday or whatever? Like I actually was like racing home to watch
Especially
this.
for real life. The basically it was washed up celebrities. That's what the show was.
D-list celebrities that are
Yeah, like where whatever happened to like that was the show. It's like yeah, like Ron Jeremy and shit. Like motherfuckers like
Caro.
yeah, it is like yeah, that was the show and shit. Yeah.
Coochie coochie.
What's the name? Tammy Faye Baker and shit. It's like that was the show.
Eric Estrada.
Eric
Hotch.
Estrada, that was the show and shit. Yeah. A mini me was on that bitch and shit. Peter
Mini
Brady.
B's episode where he was pissing in the corner. Brad was like, Mini B naked in the corner pissing. Like Brad was like, they
Rat was
naked
on
in
that
the corner
bitch.
pissing.
Yeah. What's the name? Peter Brady was on that bitch. It's just like
What you call
that was the show.
Rob Van Winkle, aka Vanilla Ice.
Like he was on that shit.
But Vanilla Ice getting money though because he flips houses. He's a house flipper, so he
He,
getting money though.
he did it smart after he crashed and burned. Yeah, he bought all
Yeah,
these
he gets
houses.
smart. He's
He bought all
flipping.
these houses when he was on top. Like yeah, before he got hung off the balcony, he had bought all these houses while he was on top.
He never got hung off the
Yeah,
balcony.
as he said, first of all, I never said I got hung off. Which secondly,
He
he
never
did.
got
Yeah, like
hung.
we went up there, like we looked down, and like all I'm saying is I had to wear a
I
diaper.
should have my diaper on.
And then the next day, he was like, first of all, I never said
First
shit.
of all, I never said. And then he hung his ass out the window again. Like, you talking
Or
shit?
he gave him a call and said, "Oh, you snitching and shit."
He
He
hung him out again. I think he hung him out again, but
was like, first of all, I never said that Suge hung me from the balcony.
he was watching the Five Heartbeats.
Yeah. Bird and Suge was big red. Hilarious. And he said to Vanilla office, his office hours are
Fuck
from.
your office hours.
Vanilla said, "Fuck your office hours."
Talking about my royalties.
Word to your mother. Wasn't that his line? It's like,
Word to your mother.
the office hours. Word to your mother. Then he hung up from the
Ding,
balcony.
ding, 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 ding.
Theirs goes ding 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 ding. Mine goes ding 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 ding. Those are different songs. Like,
And after he said that with that smirk, I said, "That's why Suge hung your ass out the window."
but
Exactly
what
why like you out for that
we
little quick
before with
little
all of that
remark.
it was yeah after that he crashed in where he had bought all these houses while he was on top bunch of homes so like he was liquidating them because he was broke yeah after he signed away his rights to shit like he had no money left so yeah he was broke and shit so he started flipping the houses and shit and every house that he sold he made money on like, he
Made
sold it
profit.
more than he bought it for so then he's the light bulb he was like like this can be like a business yeah like the lights came on so now that's what
Mm-hmm.
does now if he flips houses. That's what Cat Winkle does now. Vanilla Ice.
Because I don't know if his show is still on there, but I know he had a show on DIY Network, I want to
He
say
had a
at one
show
point.
about flipping houses on the
Mm-hmm.
DIY. Yeah. So
Because
that's
I mean, I thought it was a joke at first, but then when I watched it, oh, yes, he knows what he's doing because he's like, I'm Vanilla Ice and I flip. Because I was just kind of like, really, you flip houses? But then actually, when I watched, I was like, oh, he actually is he's
yeah.
a real flipper. Okay.
Actually happened totally by accident because
Right.
he broke and like was just needed some money and shit.
Once again, you have to pivot. There go the focus. You gotta pivot. If things ain't going your way, you gotta
Exactly. Yeah.
make that pivot.
Because ain't nobody
So,
checking for no Vanilla Ice in 2025. But yeah, you can still make a very, very good living flipping houses. It's like, yeah.
mhm. But Tiffany, I'm thinking that that's what
I said the
that she
surreal
may she may disappear, but you said she may because she's a character that's
I
it's a
think
fifty
I think
fifty.
some
It is
people
a
like
fifty
it
fifty.
seems like one of these people that she got a taste of fame that she like she might get hooked. Is like some people are like that. Is like they like that they like being famous. I get that inkling from her. Like she could just fade away,
Hey,
but she might be
hey,
like, I like
I'm
that.
gonna go here. So I'm a partner here. I'm gonna pair it another way. You said surreal life. I say it's going to be Who Wants to Date Tiffany Henry. She's going to do a New York style show
Get her
where
flavor,
suitors want where
flavor.
suitors want to date her to date the super mayor.
Hate the super mayor. Become my super mister. I'm the super mayor. I'm my super mister.
Superstar.
My super mister.
So I'll say she'll do that. But it's a 50-50. She could disappear and just fade to the back, or she
It
could
all depends on how hooked she got on that, because like that fame is a motherfucker. I didn't just had like a peaky amount of like yeah, and it is like intoxicating. Me and my radio colleagues talk about that. How once you never really get out of the business, it's very few.
attention.
It's very few that have gotten out. It's like most people, even if they left, they're like they back in. Like he
They
left,
get called back.
but you right back in it. It's like
It's
because
like Pookie. It keep calling me. It keep
get a little
calling me
taste
like
of their
Pookie.
name, it's like it's hard to let that go. Like it's one guy I could think of, like but he got out right. He like when he did he became a doctor basically. Like went to med
Oh,
and all of that. So like he was like yeah, ain't looked back at radio. Like I think of one guy, he was on GCI back in the '90s and shit. He got out and never looked back. It's like yeah, but like
oh.
most people is like, yeah, they they keep calling you. Shout out to homie Mike Love. How many returns has he made? It's like maybe he retired like 2 years ago. He's on V103 now. It's like
Well, my love is just too iconic. That's why, like, when I was like, "You can't retire. You, who's this
he
on the
knew
birthday line?" The whole
knew it.
reason
It's
why that's a
like,
thing is because of
he
you
knew
guys.
it. It wasn't a goodbye. It was like see you later. That's what it
See
was.
you later,
That's all that
alligator.
was. He was. He. We all knew he would be back someday. It's like,
And
now
I
you,
was like, "Come
now
on,
now you catch him. Now you catch him Friday nights on V103.
people still drop it." Because like I was in a Chicago group. I started following some
With
Chicago
all the
people
birthday line
with their
and
social medias, and they were saying, "You know that you owed if like they show different things to show like how you know you owed if you grew up in Chicago." They show secrets because as soon as they showed the building, because the building's still there, I was like, "That's secrets." I was like,
yeah.
they're like, maybe you don't
Vacant, but
recognize,
it's
and then
still
they
there.
showed the old picture with the letters secrets on the
Yeah,
outside. But I knew immediately. I was like, "That's secrets right there."
yes. I got
And
my
then they showed the picture of Mike Love and the deal saying, if you wanted to call in to say your birthday, to
all
like do
the
the birthday
birthday line.
line, you owe. I was like, why did I know all these? Like when they were talking about the rink, I was like, all the stuff that they were talking about, the memories, like you know
Rick
that you're
still
old.
there.
You never.
Rick is still there on East 87th Street. Still there.
Yep. Oh yeah, the juke parties. I did the juke parties on Saturday nights. Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Yep.
But yeah, you can't. Some people you just can't. Like we need you. Like Mike Love, you gotta be another Herb Kent. You gotta stay there forever. You gotta stay at radio forever. We need you. Yup.
Okay, want to get the serious ones out the way real quick.
Yes, we had some.
We lost a ton of celebrities this week.
We had
It was a heavy week. Let's start with Angie Stone. Like rest in peace. Like yeah, that was tragic, man. Yeah, like car accident is what 63 years old is like yeah, crazy. Yeah.
because when I got that alert on Saturday morning, because like I was running errands and when I just looked and I thought, and I'm like, this has to be, but then I saw it on TMZ. I'm like, okay, it's not fake. Because you know, when TMZ says something happens, I'm like, okay, I believe TMZ.
TMZ usually doesn't rush. Like they take their time. The one I
Hmm.
remember most is the when Prince's death. Yeah, because the way they reported it was like yeah, there's been a death at Paisley
That
Park.
Paisley part.
Never said it said yeah, medical personnel will give you detail. And I was like, I hope it's not what I think it is. It's like yeah, that's what I was like.
Because I was at work when I found out, when I saw that there's a death at Paisley Park, and I was like,
Yeah.
I just kept on refreshing it on my phone. I just kept on refreshing the story. And then when they finally confirmed Prince dead at 58, I was like, oh,
That's another one that we did real time too, right when we were recording was Kobe and his daughter.
and
Like
Gigi.
yeah,
Yeah.
TMZ like they were accurate on that one. They don't rush. They take that time. So once they get the story out, then it's pretty much it's like a 90+% the
Hmm.
accuracy rate is like yeah once they get it out.
Hmm.
To
They're
the
like 95% accurate, I would say, like with their stories. Yeah.
yeah, and once they
But
put it pretty much
it
true.
was a car accident. They said an 18-wheeler ran off her Sprinter that she was in, that the Sprinter flipped over 3 times, is what they were reporting.
Mm.
And somebody did have a video of the post of the car crash. People were saying that that was like was that in good taste? But that was from the news, like because you know news shows like
Yes.
the news does show like that. They don't show like bodies in the street. They don't show that on the
Yeah,
news. You
and
can't show that.
they don't even show like the collision really. They'll show like yeah, you'll see like the torn up van, and then you'll
You'll
see
see
like
the torn up car and you'll see the tire marks on the skid marks that were.
yeah, that's what the news been doing that all our lives. So that's not in poor taste.
Mhm.
Like
The
they've
people were saying like that's important. And I'm like, that's it was on the news.
poor
It
taste
wasn't
if they showing like the truck slam into it. It's like that's like, or if they showing like the dead bodies, it's like yeah,
or
that's
poor taste was like when people went live and then they were posting Nipsey Hussle bleeding out on
yeah,
like
yeah,
that was poor taste.
yeah. That was terrible. Yeah,
Because it was because I said because I did see a little bit. I didn't see all of it, but I saw a little bit of it because you could see the panic of people just you could see the panic of them trying to save him
yeah.
out there.
Or
Or
like
like you said, or
with
like with
takeoff as
takeoff.
well too. Yeah, you see like
Takeoff, that was
with Quavo holding him in his arms, like with tears in his eyes, like that
yeah,
was
because I saw still shots of that. I didn't see the video, but I did see still shots because you could see Quavo just you could see him just panic, like the way his face looked, you could see him panicked in his face. Like that was poor taste to do that.
yeah.
But showing like I said, like the crushed up vehicle and like the tire marks, like that's what the news,
They
that's
always
what they do.
they do that with just like non-famous like actually be like there was an accident on the damn ride and a 5 car pile up there showed a smashed car.
Just show the
Yeah,
smashed up
yeah, two
cars.
died, including a newborn. They're like, yeah, they're not gonna show the
Yeah,
dead. Like
no, they're not going to do that.
they just announce like, yeah, 3 died. Yeah, like 5 car
Hmm.
pile up, 3 deaths. It's like, and then they'll show the vehicle smashed like that. They
But
do.
sadly, Angie was the only one who passed away. And the thing that makes it so sad is that she just performed the night before.
Yeah,
And I saw videos of her performance and she was rocking that performance. And they said, who knew that the people in attendance never would have knew that that would have been her farewell concert? That would have been her farewell concert.
it's just
Because
like
she was just doing what she loves. Like she was up there rocking it and just,
it's like Robin Harris when he died. Like he did a show here at the
he did a
Regal.
show at the Regal.
Yeah, died like later that night. Just like yeah, he
Because
died.
that was so shocking too when
Yeah. So people at that show didn't know that that was it for him. It's like yeah.
mhm,
Or Fat Man Scoop dropped dead on stage. Like that's
on
like
stage, yeah.
that just happened. Yeah. It's like you never know like that when the end is like what I met Angie Stone once in my life like about oh 05 oh 05.
Hmm. Because I saw a couple of your coworkers, or former coworkers, when they posted their Angie Stone pictures. I said that was probably, I said,
Trying to
probably
find mine. I wanted to post it. I can't. I was trying to find this. I
Mhm.
got so much shit.
Yeah,
Like
you have a lot of, yeah.
yeah. And some like certain people I forgot. I mean, that's right. I met her. I remember that. Yeah, because I remember she was telling. That's when like D'Angelo was in a bad place at that time.
Yeah.
She was just telling us like, yeah, just pray for her brother D'Angelo. Like, it's like
I
because
remember you told me that she was saying pray for him
of
because
course
he,
everybody was asking. Like, that's one of the big things people asked about. Yeah, you just dated D'Angelo and all that. She's like, just pray for the brother right now. Is what she was just. She didn't give
but she
details.
wasn't nasty about like throwing him under the bus or anything like
Yeah,
that.
like pray for that because he was like going through having his demons during that time,
Hmm.
like oh
But
five.
sometimes people lose their way, but they find themselves though. That happens sometimes.
Yeah, I haven't seen a statement from him. I wonder what his thoughts are. I haven't seen one from him yet as far as Angie's death.
And let's stop with the conspiracy theories. People's like the reason is because I'm like, stop. We're not going to do this. What we're not going to do is have conspiracy theories. This woman just passed. Her family is, I'm sure, like her daughter and her son are losing their minds because it's one thing. Like I said, we lost a parent. Our father passed away almost 20 years ago.
Yeah,
So
for this year, it'll be.
this year, it'll be 20 years. So, like, we know what it's like losing a parent. However, it's a difference when you lose someone suddenly like in an accident because like our dad was sick, so it was kind of still surprising because we thought that he could pull through.
Yeah,
But if somebody is sick, it's
yeah.
different.
It was like it was still it was
It still
sudden,
was sudden, but
it was sudden and drawn out all at the same
at
time.
the same
Like, he was
time,
hospitalized for about a month. Yeah, so
yeah.
we had a month to really like it mentally get ourselves there. It wasn't just like instant. Yeah. But it wasn't
So
like
it is a
drawn out for years.
difference.
Like so, it was like immediate and drawn out all at the same time.
Hmm. It's different if somebody is sick, but it's like if an accident happens, it's just you really don't want to believe that because it's like, no, no, that wasn't my family member. No,
Especially if you were just
no,
with them, it's like yeah,
it
like
wasn't them. No.
if y'all had dinner like a couple of days
Mhm.
before that, you just saw them. It's like yeah,
Like,
yeah.
no, they were not in that car. No, that was not them. No, like you can be in denial. Like, no, I don't accept it. But let's not do that. Like I said, the woman just passed. She's not like funeral arrangements haven't even been made yet for her. So
Her
let's not do that.
body wasn't even cold yet when people started saying
Yeah, starting these. Yeah, because you look at this video back from December and like people have their own little theories, and it's
that's why I
like
purposely, like last week when we talked about Voletta Wallace's death, like I didn't mention P. Diddy because I saw a lot of that in my timeline. It's like yeah, did he have something to do? I'm like, just the woman just died. It's just like give a minute before you get to the conspiracy bullshit. It's like just take a minute first.
my favorite memory of Angie Stone is I liked her on Girlfriends when she had a small feature
What
on
I
Girlfriend.
would do with Joan, but I don't
Yes, because like of course she sang the Girlfriends at the Girlfriends theme song, which is
think
a great. It's like it's. I feel that Girlfriends is a top tier. When you say like iconic sitcom themes, I think that Girlfriends is a great theme. I think it is because Angie sang that with soul. My girlfriend, she sang that with so much soul. She did. But the episode that she was on was when Joan was dating the actor guy. And then he had like his first big movie premiere or whatever. And at the time, Joan was dating him. So then, Joe was excited, like, oh, I get to, he was like, yeah, you gonna walk the red carpet with me. Joe was like, I get to walk a red carpet. So Joan got her outfit. She was so excited. But then um Angie Stone's character was his manager, and she was like, um, Joan, like she basically told Joan that she wasn't pretty enough basically to walk the carpet in so many words. So she told him to walk by himself. And then Joe, like she kept on getting pushed to the back.
And Joan had
So
probably told her girlfriends that
she
she
did
would
because her girls came because like they were there. They came to
watch
the
her walk the
premiere.
red carpet, and then when they saw the guy, what they like, where the hell is Joan? Is that
And then Joe was like behind them, like, oh, I'm right here. And they're like, why aren't you on the carpet with your man? And she's like, well, Darla said that it's best that I don't walk with him or whatever. Because Darla tried to spin it like, okay, like, you're a bachelor and you're supposed to, people see that you're tied out, women are gonna want you and this and that. So you don't
happened?
want to.
Once again, we saw that on The Simpsons with the B sharps. It's like when they said
Mm-hmm.
talk about
Women are gonna want to sleep with you. You have to let them think that they can.
don't talk about your wife, basically.
Yes. And he was like, but people have dates all the time. And then that's when she said the thing basically like, Joan, you're not pretty enough basically to be the date. Basically is what she said in so
That's
many words.
a play on real life because Angie
And I was gonna say that, and that was
happened.
a snippet from her
Well,
real life that happened.
D'Angelo, they like because when D'Angelo's at his height as a popularity,
How does
you
it feel during
never
that
saw that
time?
throwing that none of that shit. It's like yeah, with brown sugar and all that. It probably was her was he was talking about with brown sugar. It's like you never
She
saw
said
her
at the
during
time,
none of that shit. It's like yeah,
she said at the time when she was pregnant with their son, it was some award show, maybe Soul Train. It was one of those award shows like that. And he walked the carpet with another date. I forgot. It may have been, like I said, I can't remember. It may have been a Vivica Fox type or somebody like it was somebody like that. Like he walked the carpet with it was a hottie, it was somebody like that
the
that he
baddie
walked
of
it
the
with.
day, Vivica
A
Fox.
baddie. He walked it with. And then
Whoever was hot during that era, he was walking.
she walked by herself pregnant with their son because they basically told him like, yeah, no.
He said she's not pretty enough to walk the carpet with, basically.
Yeah, like, yeah, no, like, that's your woman for real. And then like shortly after that, that's when they broke up, like shortly after,
Oh,
because it was just,
that's
yeah.
that's the
So
shit.
for her to use that and to channel that, because I'm sure that some of the words that the person told her, she used in the script. So she took it and she used that to make a good script for the Girlfriends episode. So that was like my memory I have of Angie Stone is that Girlfriends episode when
Yeah.
she did it, when she said Joan wasn't pretty enough to walk the carpet.
Well, rest in peace, Angie Stone.
Rest in peace.
63, I believe, right? Yeah.
63, yeah.
Also, rest in peace, the legendary Gene Hackman. Like, yeah, he and his wife, they were found dead, had been dead for over a week or something. Is what I'm hearing is like,
Over a week.
yeah, like, he was what 92, I believe. I know he was one.
95.
Well, he's even older than I thought. Yeah, like he was one of the OGs. Like,
He was 95 and
I
she
remember
was
it's
63.
like a couple of years ago. I watched a video with him. It was not with him. It was like the oldest living celebrities.
They always look because they had
You
James
know,
Earl Jones on there.
at the time, I think Betty White was the oldest. It's like yeah, she was like
Hmm.
almost 100 then. Then they
Yeah.
had James Earl Jones made the list. Gene Hackman. Now they all gone.
Bob Barker probably was on the list.
Barker, he might have if he was still alive, he would have made it.
He was still alive during that time because
Yeah.
he died after Betty.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. So if Betty made it,
Yeah.
Barker had to make it. It's like yeah,
Hmm.
like the oldest
Maybe Angela Lansbury may have been on the list at the time, possibly.
possibly. I don't remember.
Depending on when the video was done, because I want to say she died around 2019 or 20, somewhere around there she died.
But I was watching the oldest, like, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember James Earl Jones and Gene Hackman in particular. I remember those
Hmm.
two. Yeah.
Because I was like, yeah, Jay Hackman is he is up there. I remember watching him in Enemy of the
I was
State.
about to say that's what I most know him from is Brill in Enemy of the
Yeah,
State.
Brill of Enemy of the
He
State.
also played Lex Luthor in the Christopher Reeve Superman
I
movie.
never watched those, so
I know like the first one, like
maybe I might go back and
was,
watch them now.
they probably on Max, DC guy. They
Oh yeah, because it's Superman, so it's probably on Max. And then now that he passed away, you know how they when someone passes away, they have all their work available so you can
yeah,
watch
put them
it.
in a collection. Yeah, the Gene Hackman collection.
Jane Hackman
They
collection.
have you get a link you can click for like Gene Hackman on Max.
Mm.
It might have it. And then I
I
know
remember I kept on saying that the coach of the Cubs at the time when they won the World Series, I said he looked like Jay Hackman.
he also was a
He's
show. It was,
like real estate.
I think it was a show back in the day called The French Connection. He played a character called Popeye Doyle on
Yeah,
that.
because people talked about the Fresh Connected. I could tell
People
what
over a
age group.
certain age know him from
Because
that.
I could tell what age
That's
group the
probably the
people
three
were.
things. Like yeah, like a French Connection, Superman, or Enemy of the State. More our age,
Hmm.
Enemy of the State is
Enemy of the State, because that was 1998 when that came out.
like Kareem and them's age
Yeah.
was more Superman, and then Boomers is the French
Boomers is French
Connection.
Connection. Because I saw people say, "Yeah, I loved him in French Connection." I'm like, "Yeah, you look about 75, so yeah, like
Only reason
you
I
would
even
love
know
him in
the
French
French
Connection."
Connection is because of Good Times is like that's why I know what that was is because like remember when Debbie Allen was playing the junkie on there JJ's junkie
Yeah,
like and the little pusher the little kid he made a pinch he called the girl's father Popeye and I was thinking
yeah,
Popeye the Sailor but then mom was saying no it's Popeye Doyle from like French Connection
a French Connection. Yeah.
and like yeah and you look at it because the guy had horn rim glasses like Gene Hackman
Hmm.
wore horn rim glasses like I
Hmm.
get the connect never saw French Connection but I could get like the reference when you point it out like that I'm like oh okay yeah the character
Yeah.
must have worn the horn rim glasses like the girl's father did. Like her, it's like that's the only reason why I know who Popeye Doyle is in the French Connection. It's because of fucking Good Times and shit and shit. I've never seen an episode of it, but yeah, I know that
Yeah, I
character.
didn't know that there was over a week. I said because I didn't. Because
Yeah, they
they're
decided to
saying
go
that.
back, like yeah, and then like I think somebody just came to do a wellness check, and that's when they found them. They were in there for like I think 9 days or something like that. Like over a week, they were just dead in there.
And that would make sense because I'm like, how they thought because it's like if you're trying to reach your person, and especially if you have elderly relatives,
Yeah,
if you call over to their house and you haven't heard from them in 2 days, you need to get over there.
yeah,
Even if they are deceased, they may have fallen and they can't get up because that's a real thing. That I mean, we laughed at it back in the 80s. I'm falling and I can't get.
yeah.
That's not a funny thing. Like
That really happens. Yeah, we were
it
kids,
really happens.
fine, but now that we have elderly parents, or some people are elderly now, like yeah, now it's not.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, but
It's not a funny matter. If you do fall, you do have to have assistance to get up.
yeah, hmm
Or
yeah.
you need to have one of the life alert, need to have one of the, the bracelets where you
That's
can
what the
call.
commercial was for. Like yeah, it's like that's what that was Life Alert. That's where that catchphrase came from.
Hmm.
It's like so if you do fall, like yeah, you could just your Life Alert, like they come check on
Yeah,
you.
you can just push
Yeah, that's what it was. That's where that phrase came from.
Well, that's just so sad. They said the dog was in there deceased
Yeah,
too.
dog that died too was like yeah.
So what
Wonder like did
that's
the dog might have just starved to death, yeah, because they said it wasn't no carbon monoxide and nothing like that. Because
but
people,
that's why I said people were wondering was it carbon monoxide because when you see it because like I was wondering that at first too because I didn't know they were in there for like a week. I didn't know that.
yeah,
I said because if it's a sudden death like that,
I saw some like 9 days is what I saw. Like
it's
yeah,
like it could be carbon monoxide poison because carbon monoxide is, is odorless, is, you don't know until it's too late. Like unless you have sensors in your, at the alarms in your house. Then.
pets can't feed themselves, so like yeah, and especially you need water. It's like so yeah, you
Hmm.
dehydration. Like so the dog probably just died because like didn't have no food or water. They couldn't make it. Yeah,
Hmm.
like they weren't there.
That's so sad. Stop with the conspiracy theories with that. Because I saw some people trying to say about conspiracy theories with that. And it's like, this,
People
why
make
is everyone, when someone dies, a celebrity dies, it's always like, oh, it has to be something more.
Steam list is out. Yeah, it might have something to do with that. It's like I you saw that shit. Yeah.
And that's why things about his kids, people are saying like maybe they didn't like the wife because he has kids that are the same age as his wife or older than his wife. It's like his wife was 63. He's no while there is an age gap, she's 63, he was 95.
Yeah. But
It wasn't like she was like 25 and he's
that
95. It
yeah,
wasn't that.
that's 63. Who gives a fuck at that age and shit?
Like it wasn't a Hugh Hefner. It wasn't a Playboy thing because
Yeah.
yeah, he was like 90s and then his wife was like 28, but it wasn't that. His wife was 63. She was she was a mature woman too, so it's like, but rest in peace to Gene Hackman, the legendary great actor that he was. Now I'm
Also,
gonna go back and watch Enemy of the State now. I'm gonna go back and watch that.
I blew up the
Really
bit
good movie, by
blew
the
up the
way. Really,
building.
really
Why?
good
Because you
movie.
made a phone call. Like, that's like my favorite.
That made me laugh. That part made me
That's
laugh
my
so
favorite
loud.
Gene Hackman line from the movie. It's like that one.
You blew the because you made a phone call.
I blew up the building. Why? Because you made a phone call.
Because I saw that I was away at camp for the summer. I was away at summer camp, and then that was a movie that we picked to watch, and then we watched Enemy of the State. Yeah, when we were away at summer camp.
Also, recipes going out to legendary Chris Jasper of the Isley Brothers. Yeah, he was
Mhm.
73. Yeah. And that's the version of the Isley Brothers I most know is the version like they know For the Love of You, Between the Sheets. Like most of
Between the
the
sheets.
iconic was that version because there's been different versions of the Isley Brothers over the years. The original Isley Brothers was like the three oldest brothers, like Ron,
Yeah.
like yeah, the
You know,
three
you
oldest.
make me want to shout when they
Yeah,
did that.
yeah, the shout version, the original. Then it has this like with it's like the six of them was like Jasper, like Ernie had joined by then. It's like yeah, and then
Drifting on a memory.
the
That.
Isley Brothers was just Ron and Ernie were like contagious and all of the stuff they did with R. Kelly and all of that was like the later stuff. It's like yeah, it's like yeah, that's like so it's different versions. Like the
He
version I'm
became Mr. Big.
Yeah, the Mr. Big version, like that's like the later version. I most know like this version, the 80s version with Chris Jasper was like he was like on the keys, like Sal, he was the keyboardist for that version of the Isley Brothers. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the version I most know. And then they spin off later to like Isley, Jasper Isley, similar to like New Edition had spin off.
Oh, I think I vaguely remember that. Yeah.
It's like once like the Ron started doing this, they started breaking off and it did. And then like
Hmm.
they were Isley, Jasper Isley was like the ones that remained.
Hmm.
Like that was like I remember that.
While Isley was doing his, he was acting because he was on Steve Harvey as Pretty Tony. He was, he
Yeah, they
became
were.
Mr. Big. That became his real persona,
He
Mr.
was still
Big.
performing his name Isley Jasper Isley, probably because I think Ron Isley owns the name Isley Brothers, so they couldn't call
Yeah.
themselves that, so they started performing Isley Jasper Isley under that, and they were a spin-off group of the Isley
Mhm.
Brothers. So like, yeah, we lost him, the legendary Chris Jasper. Another legend, Roberta Flack.
Yeah, I'm like,
Killing
it
Me
was a
Softly,
hard
yeah, like
beat.
the original, yeah, not the
Yeah.
Fugees like she did the original,
Where is the love?
yeah,
Where is the love? I like that one. I always like that song.
yeah,
She was 88 years old.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was getting her age. You just said yeah, 88. So
Because I was surprised that, like, I was like, wow, Roberta Flack. And I didn't know that she was 88. I'm like, wow, she was 88.
I'm strumming my fingers with
And I'm
this.
like, well, she was around forever. So yeah, it's like, yeah.
Yep. And last but not least, yeah, Michelle Trachtenberg. Yeah. She was
Hmm.
also Gossip Girl. She also was on
She was Harriet the Spy. For like us young, like, like if we're like a millennial, if you're like younger millennials, you
oh,
watch Harriet the
she was
Spy.
Buffy, I believe, too, I think.
She was Buffy because she played Sarah Michelle Gellar's little sister on Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Mostly known from Buffy and Gossip Girl. She died at 39. Yeah. I know she had a liver transplant, so I don't know, was it complications related to that or something? Yeah.
Mhm. It's
Yeah.
just so sad. When I saw that, I was like, Michelle Trachtenberg died. Like she wasn't even 40. Like, oh my gosh. Like, what?
Mm,
And they said, yeah, natural causes. They said her mom went to her apartment and her mom found her
yeah.
in her apartment in New York. And she was on the Inspector Gadget movie. She played Penny in the Inspector Gadget movie,
Okay.
the
Okay.
live one with Matthew Broderick.
Okay.
That one. Because I want to say one of either our niece or our nephew. I took one of them to go see Inspector Gadget. I remember taking someone to the movies to see that
Go,
because that's what they
go,
wanted to
go,
see.
go, gadget.
So, and she was on All My Children back in the day. That's what I first saw her on. She played, I forgot who, somebody's daughter. Was she Erica's daughter or was she Jackson? She was somebody's daughter
What was
on
Erica's
All My
name?
Children.
Yeah. And I can't think of
Somebody,
it.
was she Bianca version one or was she Lily? I can't remember.
I
But I
remember.
know she was first on there,
I remember Bianca. That's all I don't remember
and
that.
then she branched out. She branched out after that because she was on All My Children first, and then a lot of people get their star on daytime TV, and then they blow up, and then they go on to do other things. Because a lot of people came through All My Children. A lot of people did,
Yeah.
including Michael B. Jordan. He was on All My
Yeah.
Children.
Kelly Ripa is like it's some
Billy Ripa,
good show. Yeah.
whatchamacallit, what's her name? Amanda, Freitag, not Amanda Freitag. What's her name? Amanda Seyfried, Seyfried, the one that was in Mean Girls. She was on there. Um, some other people.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, yeah, duh. She was on there.
Yeah. So that's five celebrities we lost in the past week. Yeah. At the time. And I gotta end on something funny. I can't end on that. It's
Okay,
well funny
let's
to
perk up.
some people might not find it funny, but remember we talked about
Oh
Corey
gosh.
Holcomb, remember Kendra G on Tamron Hall. We talked about that. It's like her appearance, which kind of went left and shit. Corey Holcomb, like he clowned her on it.
She clowned.
Kendra clapped back.
I
We
saw her clown
like to
back.
watch the video. We're gonna watch.
Right.
We're not gonna watch it all, but we definitely watch it.
I saw her clap back. I laughed.
Definitely go watch some of this shit. It's like
Kendra looked cute with her hat. I said, okay, she had her hat.
parade,
Okay.
looking like a French lady, a black French lady.
She looked like a black wee wee.
She's sipping her tea and shit. It's class, yeah. And like Kendra's my homegirl. Like Corey, I've met a few times in passing. I don't really know him like that, but yeah, Kendra, we gonna watch this shit together though. Can you see this?
I
That
can see it.
full screen in that full screen, you see it all, right?
I see
All right,
it.
we gonna watch some of this
And
shit.
she did her response, and I was like,
Oh, I gotta get the sound, yeah.
oh yeah, I see the mute. Yeah, there we
Kendra
go.
G. She made a goddamn fool out of herself.
Today, I'm going to give a gift to Corey Holcomb.
Yeah, let's go.
Corey Holcomb, you're going
Aaron,
out
God
sad,
damn it.
baby.
Don't
You are
sleep.
going out sad. But this is my gift to you because I know this is what you wanted. Because this is how you pay your bills, off of content from the internet. And it's just so sad because, you know, we just had so much high hopes from you. Like you could have been in the list of Chicago comedian legends that came to LA and did big things. Look at Little Rel. Oh, the career is just going up and up. Late night talk shows, movies. Deion Cole, Chicago legend, just hosted the Image Awards. Countless TV shows, working with Oprah in movies. D. Ray Davis, oh, the resume's too long for me to even stay in this conversation. Countless TV shows, tours around the world. Then we have Corey Holcomb, a Chicago YouTuber. You could have stayed in Chicago for this shit. I mean, you didn't have to move to California to be a YouTuber, Corey. Now, I really thought long and hard before doing this video because I know this is what you want because this is how you pay your bills. And I know giving you attention indirectly helps you because it gives you content to talk about. But that's why I'm calling this video my gift to you. This will help you pay your mortgage next month. Okay? Okay.
In fairness, Corey does he does tours. Yeah, he has a successful comedy career, but let's watch some more.
Let's get into it. Now, recently, Corey Holcomb tried to break down my Tamron Hall interview on his show, but he tried to slander my name on purpose, intentionally, by presenting the Tamron Hall interview I did in a wrong manner. Okay? Tamron Hall personally invited me on her show to break down different dating trends and different dating styles. Tamron Hall says at the top of the show, I'm going to go to these two women, me and another young lady, to break down different dating trends and styles. Take a look.
Okay, so my team found 2025's most talked about dating trends and catchphrases. These ladies are going to break it down. I gave you some of them at the beginning of the show. So don't feel badly if you've never heard of them, because I've never heard of them either.
First one that Tamron Hall does is called future proofing. And she asked me directly, Kendra G, to break it down. Take a listen.
And I didn't look them up because I want to know how you define them. Future proofing.
Yes.
Kendra.
Oh, you got to have a job. You have to have an ambition that's going to go somewhere for sure. I want to see W-2 forms. I want to see success records. I want to meet your mama. I want to know where you live. Is it in your name? And I'm talking from the woman's perspective.
Yeah.
So they're like...
And I get why Kendra felt some type of way because you could take that out of context. Cameron did ask her the question first. But most people that aired the clip just aired Kendra's response. It's like, yeah,
because we know with the internet,
I need to see a W-2. I need to see that, which is like kind of invasive. So like somebody you just met asking that personal shit is like, so I get like as a guy, I would be offended by that. Yeah. But Tamron did ask her, well, what is future proof?
Yeah, from a woman's perspective, you know.
So let's watch some more.
I don't want to make you be already made. I don't got clay. I'm not magic.
But guys don't want that either. They don't want to make us.
Well, true, but the thing with guys...
And they don't want a broke lady.
Well, no, I don't know though. Some men...
Guys, I'm speaking...
I don't think men want a broke lady, but they also don't want a lady that's going to be too expensive. You know, wigs is $2,000, lashes is $300.
Okay,
you know, shoes is $1,000.
Are you easing into high maintenance?
Yes, well, I think that, yeah, that's real high.
And you're owning, so 2025 people are owning the high maintenance?
Well, women feel like this is what I do for myself, so a man has to be able to do the same or more.
Why can't you keep doing it for yourself?
I agree with you, Tamron, but they're like, why if you here? If a man is here, why am I?
But you're not here for my wigs.
But they're feeling like this. Okay, I'm showing up for you. I'm giving you my energy. I am in your presence. You should pay for this.
Energy.
Now, I'm not saying I agree.
Wait a minute. This is getting spicy.
That's the viral clip there. It's like, yeah, like I'm giving you my energy. Like in terms of like, wait a minute. So out of context, we get it.
But we get why stuff because
I ain't paying for nobody's fucking wigs though.
What's the thing that they always say? Rage bait.
Right.
People posted stuff for rage bait.
Oh yeah, it's definitely clicks. Yeah. Let's continue.
Yeah. But I'm with you, Tamara, because I got my own money.
Don't back up now, kid.
Now, Corey
She said I got my own money. She
takes
said,
a
I'm with you, I got my own
portion of that interview and he intentionally makes edits to make it
You can
appear
edit
that
stuff
I'm
to make
talking
it
about
relatable.
myself,
Definitely.
opposed to answering the question of what is future proofing. Take a look.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car.
Take a look. Commercial.
Look at these nuts, bitch. Look at these nuts.
Trouble for this, but I don't care. It's too funny. I had to say something about it. I want to talk about the sister Kendra G. She's a girl who used to do radio in Chicago that I met on the radio in Chicago. And I think she really flopped when she went on this show with Tamron Hall. And I'm going to just play the clip first and let people watch. They might see what I'm talking about. So can we play that clip? All right, give it to me.
We already watched the clips. We're going to skip over all.
Just speaking because I heard you say
We already watched.
Tamara says, well, why can't, the woman just pay for the wigs herself? I said, I agree with you, Tamron. What I do for myself, so a man has to be able to do the same or more.
Why can't you keep doing it for yourself?
I agree with you, Tamron, but they're like, why? If you Well, in order for Corey to drive this narrative, he edited that one key part out. I feel like this is what I do for myself, so a man has to be able to do the same or more.
why can't you keep doing it for yourself?
I agree. Why? If you here, if a man is here, why am
Aren't you not here for my wigs?
Because had he
Gotta
kept
look
that
back
in the
at Corey,
interview,
not how it aired.
he would have revealed I was never talking about myself. Baby, I got enough money to take care of myself. I'm so thankful to God that I don't need no man to live the way that I want to live in this world. I am a blessed woman, okay? Very blessed and very grateful. I can buy my own wigs, my own lashes, my own shoes. I can do whatever I want to do and happy to do so. So to try to paint the narrative that I said a man has to do that to be in my presence is just a lie. Now, here's another really funny moment because, see, Corey Holcomb thought the joke was on me. Whole time, the joke is on you. Because there's also a moment in that interview when Tamron says, well, a man doesn't want a broke woman.
They don't want that either. They don't want to make us.
Well, true, but the thing with guys...
And they don't want a broke lady.
Well, no, I don't know, though. Some men...
Guys, I'm speaking...
And I said, well, I took a moment. Because actually, Corey, you came to mind. You are on record saying you only date women who are in poverty-stricken situations because you can control them. They can afford to leave you. You represent men who prey on women who are less fortunate. These are words that you have said out of your own mouth.
Corey,
that's not what he said.
Corey is a comedian, but
he is a comedian, but what's the thing that they always say with every joke, it's an ounce of truth in every joke.
I'm sure he does do that shit too. It's like, but comedians, you got a lot of time.
Yeah, they exaggerate.
Talking shit. It's like,
comedians do exaggerate, but it is an ounce of truth in most jokes. It is an ounce.
He probably does do that shit. An
ounce of truth in most jokes because it's easy for you to make the joke because it's something that happened, but you take this story that this big and you exaggerate to be this big. Like you pull it out to make it be more so it can be funny.
Let's continue.
Curious to know this. You keep mentioning
the Cam Newton interview.
Women in poverty. Why? Like, what's your?
Well, I'm older now. I'm not as young as I used to be. So, women in poverty, I can control them better. A girl who can't afford to say, fuck you, Corey, I'm gone. She just can't afford to do it. So, I take advantage of that. Now, that might be wrong, but her poverty and my needs, most of the time, it even out. I don't really need a lot of their time. And they don't tell me to fuck off because they know when I come over, their children can get some...
Hold up. God damn.
Some outlet Jordans. Girls in poverty, because they have a deficiency. Poverty is a deficiency out here in America. I can fix your little deficiency if you do what I want you to do. I think it's an even exchange.
Why are you not investing in tax liens? No, seriously.
I'm keep killing me with the commercials. I'm gonna mute it every time. It's like, I'm gonna have to get YouTube the played version. Just so I see it.
Another moment from the Corey Holcomb interview I want to break down. This was the part that had me laughing the most. Now he proceeds to talk about my attraction level, and he says that
Yeah,
Tamara Hall is a bad
the stuff.
woman, and I agree. Tamara
Yeah.
Hall is extremely beautiful,
Wrap it
but
up.
I, on the other hand, am not as attractive.
I want to tell Kendra G something that she really needs to stop pretending is about this as well. Tamara Hall is a bad.
Super bad.
Her problems ain't your problems. Kendra, if a motherfucker wake up arguing with you, you're gonna be, get your monkey ass out my face.
Okay, pause that
It's
right there.
difference. You know what I'm saying?
What's up?
Because as a Black woman, I had a problem with that line. I really had a problem with that. You know where I'm going to go with that.
Talk to me.
It felt very colorist to me. Get your monkey ass. Tamara, who's lighter complexion,
I could see
over
how you would
Kendra.
think like that. He's like, but
But I just
I don't know
like,
if that's what he meant. Cause my I know another comedian that talks like that from Chicago. Yeah. The
oh
monkey
yeah, okay, I know, yeah. But
could just be some Chicago shit right there. Like,
my thing, it just felt a little colorist to me. Felt a little colorist, especially like when darker skinned Black men say that darker skinned Black women are desirable and that they're not as attractive as a lighter skin or like an exotica, then it just kind of like, it just rubs me the wrong way as a Black woman. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but my senses pick up on that when I see guys do that, and I go, oh.
well, she is on talking about Corey
Interesting.
appearing on her show back in the day, and her being on, and him being on the radio show because he was on
Him
the
trying to holler at her.
was on
He
the
tried to do
dating
it twice.
and the radio show. Yeah, it's 3 different clips on here. Let's watch it.
Now that doesn't bother me. Man, you could call me a 0. It would not hurt my feelings, okay? You could call me a -5. I would not care because who's ever judging me, I don't want you back. So we have a match. You don't want me, I don't want you. But the reason why it's funny for Corey Holcomb to say that, Corey Holcomb is on record trying to holler at me for years. Years. I have receipts. I have public receipts. Actually, Corey Holcomb was on my dating show trying to holler at me. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
But what's up with you?
I'm not available, Corey, but you and I are not
I
a
never
good.
saw this
There's
until
no
here.
way I would ever date a person like you, Corey.
Why, what you looking for? No,
I'm gonna invite you to my wedding, Corey.
I wouldn't go because I'll be trying to flirt with you when he go to the bathroom. You got a boyfriend?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I gotta wait
Radio
this out
stuff
again. Get you. One of these years, I'm gonna get you.
I was single for a very long time.
I'll be tricking too.
You do?
I'm a trick. I see the struggle in them. That's what I chase strugglers.
All right, Corey Holcomb is hanging out with us.
I chase strugglers. Why would I chase a girl? Look, you got a job. You see how hard it is for me to get with you?
You got a job.
I've been trying to smash her since I saw her, but it just...
Never
Hey, yo.
All them radio girls, when they lose their radio job, I get them.
No, you won't get me ever.
10 years from now,
No, 10 years
you
from now.
belong to me.
Whatever.
Corey Holcomb in the studio, Chicago. We are coming right.
The sip and the sip is like, that's killing me. The sip.
Yeah, but
He did try to holler, but she said
he-
later in the video, like she
I
said,
already know where it's gonna go. It's like
she said she said what he'll probably do is say, "Oh, I was just trying to smash." But
that's where it's gonna go. All I'm saying is that that Corey Holcomb's next episode is gonna be must see and shit. I can't wait and shit.
what's that? You know what I mean with the guy eating the popcorn, like
me refreshing my phone for Corey's second 51.
who's that guy? You said that was some guy. He's like shoving the popcorn in his mouth.
Yeah,
Except for that.
that's me to keep refreshing my phone, like with a new next episode of Corey's podcast.
Some people in the comment section were saying good for her to like call him out because a lot of people in her comment section were saying, I don't like him anyway. He's never been funny to me. Like fuck him. A lot of people were saying that in her comments. And
I've
then
been
some
seeing
people
it's been pretty even on
and
mine.
then some people said don't poke the bear because Corey is not the one you want to poke the bear on. They were like, don't
Yes,
poke that
Corey,
bear.
Corey is yeah, he's like
Because here's the thing about Corey. Some people don't like us because, like I always say, comedy is subjective.
yeah.
It is. It's some people who don't find Dave Chappelle funny. I think Dave Chappelle is hilarious. I do.
A lot of people don't
But some,
think Rock is funny. Is like yeah.
yeah, I find Chris Rock. Everybody hates Chris was
Artist
so
funny.
freaking
It's like it's
funny.
subjective. It's like yeah.
It was. But comedy is subjective. No one is going to say 100% of people are not going to say he's funny or she's funny. They're just not. But with that being said, Corey is a person you like him or you don't. So it's really no in between. And then also with Corey is he's not Hollywood driven
And that's
and
what
he understands.
he's gonna respond to that about with D Ray and Rel and Dion Cole. He's like, I'm not trying to beat him. That's what Corey. That's I know. I already know what he's gonna say when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I'm not trying to beat
Because
on
I
him.
remember Corey Holcomb doing like one acting. He was on the episode of Half and Half as like Spencer's
Yeah. And
shifty cousin or something, I want to
he
say.
did some others like he was on Wild 'N Out at one point. He's done some things, but
Like he does stuff
he's like,
like that, but he's not
I'm not trying to be like A-list. It's like
like
I'm
you're not gonna see him in the next Marvel movie. You're not gonna see Corey Holcomb in that.
yeah.
He ain't trying to do that. He's not gonna have a show on Hulu. He's not gonna have a show on Prime, a show on Apple TV.
Or
He's
yeah.
not,
Or a
you know,
sitcom like Rel had. It's like Corey is
yeah,
not.
he's not trying to do that.
Yeah.
So Corey really has no dog in the fight to lose. So he's just kind of like, hey, I'm gonna say these things and you're gonna
Like
get
I got,
offended.
got my podcast and I'm doing my stand up. It's like that's what Corey. He's like I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm making enough money like doing shows and doing the podcast. That's where he's at. Yeah.
So people were saying, don't poke that bear. That's what some people were saying. And then some people was like, yeah, good for you. Fuck him. So it was like I saw the mix of both of them in
Right.
her comment section.
All I'm saying is I can't wait for the next episode.
World star.
I'll be looking Tuesday. I'll definitely be looking because that's usually when he drops it. So I'm like I'm me refreshing my phone. That's gonna be must see.
Ignorant.
Yes, but I had to close out with that. I'm like, okay, Kendra, clap back. It's like because I watched the episode when he went in on her and the Tamron Hall I hadn't seen until after that. So then I went back and watched the Tamron Hall episode. I've watched everything that was talked about because I saw Corey and then I went back and watched Tamron and then I saw Kendra and now we're gonna see the next Corey responses. And that's probably gonna end it. I don't see Kendra responding again. It's like especially
Yeah, because
because
she's booked and busy. So I mean,
and Corey is
somebody
probably
talks about you, okay.
and he's just gonna go straight ignorant, I think. So like that's
But people are gonna talk about you like no matter what, no one's gonna it's no celebrity that no one likes 100% or influencer or whatever. Nobody likes nobody 100%.
facts, yeah.
There's a couple that are close, like like Dolly Parton is probably a fan favorite of most, and Keanu Reeves is probably a fan favorite. Those are like the two I can think of that most people tend to like those two.
Most people rock with Denzel too. Like yeah,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Very few where people are just like
Yeah. There's gonna be like some people that don't like you most like in the public eye. So, yeah. But on that note, let's wrap up. Not another damn podcast, episode 402, the clapback. Yeah. We definitely appreciate you supporting Not Another Damn Podcast. You want to support us further? Give us a like. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms. I'm talking Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, YouTube, your Amazon Alexa devices. You can also follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, TikTok, and X. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well.
and you can check me out, MSIMH626 on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Also, SCRAGULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs and for your video production needs. Check out straightgullyproductions.com.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.